Warrior or Priest is the question. The Warrior deck is very, very powerful. We know that for a fact. It's a big, big rush down. Kripp could be potentially vulnerable to that. However, as a Priest, he's also sitting on a lot of cards which let him stop that critical momentum from coming in. The ability to Shadow Word Pain or Shadow Word Death. Priest on Priest. Artosis brings out the secret Priest deck. He said he didn't want to use it, and now he is going to.
That's right. So just really quickly running through this deck, Circle of Healings, Holy Smite, Power Word Shield, Light Wardens, Northshire Clerics. So we've already got a lot of card draw. We've already got a lot of just good value already.
In there as well.
Right.
Light Wardens are not something we've really seen all that much. They gain 2 attack every time they get healed, which is incredibly powerful.
That's right, and a good amount of removal in those Shadow Words, 2 pain, 1 death. Injured Blade Masters, of course, the Alshani Priests, Soul Priests that you talked about before, and Prophet Valen and Ragnaros as well in this deck, so 2 major legendaries.
Yeah, and that's pretty good against the Priest deck of Kripp, who is only, I believe, sitting on 1 Shadow Word Death, not 2. But Mind Control is still a very big risk there.
Right.
All right, well, not the best hands for either to start with. Kripp is, of course, going to open up being able to not do anything. So he's going to skip straight through that, and he doesn't pull the best thing either. Prophet Velen already in the hand right there. Very, very nice. But ultimately, there's nothing that Artosis really wants to do here either.
Yeah, both these players are just going to be accumulating cards for a while. There's not a lot of early damage that can be done. Yeah, there you go. There's the thank you. The light shall burn you.
It very well might. The Abomination is another very strange card that's in that, but there are reasons for it. Circle of Healing comes out, and he immediately uses it to heal all the way up to 7. So on turn 2, he's got a 4/7 creature on the field.
That's right, and a lot of people would say, wow, why would you want to extend that many cards into one creature at the very beginning? Think about Priest removal, though. Priest removal is in the form of Shadow Word Pain, Shadow Word Death. It deals with 3 damage or less, or 5 damage or more. Right.
4/7 is the sweet spot. Not only that, but you can heal that Blade Master right back up again, so it trades incredibly efficiently. And actually, Kripp has nothing in his hand which can even come close to handling this at this point.
Yeah, because if he just starts throwing out Shadowed Sun Clerics,
they're just gonna die.
Exactly, they're just gonna die, get healed back up. This is not a good spot for Kripparian right now. He needs to draw into a little bit better cards. It's really unfortunate that he had both of his Shattered Sun Clerics at the very beginning, because he certainly wants to use those later on to be able to buff up and protect his Drakes.
Yeah, I love that combo though. That turn 2. It's fortunate, of course, that he ended up going second, was able to coin into it. But the turn 2 Injured Blade Master into Circle of Healing to get it right back up to a 4/7 is absurd value. Yes, of course, you use an extra card to do it, but if it gains you early board advantage and advantageous trades, it's absolutely what you want to do. He might not play anything. In fact, I think that's probably the best idea. He's just going to have to accept that. A Circle of Healing again comes out, and ultimately, of course, there's no follow-up here. He could heal Kripp, but I don't think that's going to happen somehow.
And we're getting, still nothing can be played.
This is rough for Kripp. He knows he can't just keep sitting there, so he's going to have to play out something which is going to at least be a bit of a bullet magnet for him. Out comes a Holy Nova, but the thing is, there's a Shadow Word Pain. That's going to die immediately. He doesn't even have to waste the damage there.
To be honest, though, he may even attack into it just because he can heal it right back up, and then he can reserve the removal for later.
Yeah, I mean, some players prefer to do that. Some players prefer to use cards in those kind of situations. It looks like Artosis prefers to use his minion and wants to hang on to the cards for later to get rid of, like, utility minions that are maybe behind taunt walls or something along those lines. Out comes an Injured Blade Master there. That's going to be a 4/5, not quite the match of his opponent there. And now we go on to turn 5 here for Artosis, and we could see Holy Smite and then just smack. That would work.
Yeah, with the Northshire Cleric and then heal
and then
back up.
He gets that as well. So wonder, he's got to go for that. I thought so. So we're going to see the Northshire Cleric come out. He's going to use his Circle or Healing Power. Probably just his Healing Power here.
I would imagine.
There you go. So the Northshire Cleric, every time something gets healed on your side of the board, that is a card drawn. And a Power Word Shield. It is the biggest, the scariest of Injured Blade Masters you will ever see. I don't think you really call it an Injured Blade Master anymore. It's a fully rehabilitated Blade Master.
Yeah, it's actually like it's a cyborg Blade Master at this point. It's been buffed so much.
We can rebuild him. We have the technology. All right, so the Holy Fire doesn't actually do enough damage to get rid of that, so that's unfortunate. Azure Drake is a possibility, but then it immediately dies.
Yeah.
Temple Enforcer, you never really want to play on your own. At least you can get rid of the North Shine Cleric, so that's gone.
I think that was best, because if you throw the Azure Drake out there, all that would have happened was it would have died, then the Injured Blade Master would have healed.
Card draw.
Yeah, you're just giving your opponent a card. You can't do that.
No. Absolutely do not do that. Holy Fire actually comes out for him as well. This is the combo with that and Prophet Velen is obscene. It's just awful. And it's not what you want to get hit by.
Prophet Velen, of course, is a 7/7 for 7 legendary that states that any healing, any damage you would do is doubled. So all of a sudden, that Holy Fire is doing 10 damage and healing you for 10.
Man, Artosis is quite frankly destroying Kripp right now. He's doing incredibly well. No mistakes have been made. Twilight Drake comes out, that's good. You know, that's at least something that doesn't die immediately.
Yeah, and he can put that up with the Defender of Argus too to at least give him a little bit of protection for a while. But the problem is he's just going to walk into things like Prophet Velen and
he's one mana away as well, so he couldn't do it this turn, which means that's probably not going to live through next turn. Again, at least it's a bit of a bullet magnet. He probably doesn't want to leave it on the field there. Prophet Velen could come out Ragnaros pulled as well, just to make matter even worse.
Wow. All right. So, I mean, he could just go straight after the Twilight Drake, drop Prophet Velen or something like that, then heal back up for a ridiculous amount.
Other possibility is, I mean, I know it's kind of weird to say that he would do it because it's an AoE. He could Holy Nova and then just use the attack of one. He could use the attack of the Blade Master to kill that off and not lose anything. So that might be the case here. We'll see if he goes for it, and that is exactly what he does. And you might think, well, why would he use AoE like that? But it's the best play. Ultimately, that doesn't do a lot of damage anyway. It's way better in this situation.
Right. So let's see what Kripp draws into here. It's a Shadow Word Death,
Not
which
gonna
again,
help him.
that four damage is the sweet spot. Shadow Word Death, Shadow Word Pain can't affect either the Injured Blade Master or the Argent Commander. And once again, he's kind of limited on options. He's only got one 4-mana creature, throws out a Temple Enforcer, and he can't actually heal anything with it.
Well, the thing is, at least that doesn't die immediately. Like, it trades preferentially with both of these guys, which is good. However, the Holy Fire is sitting there. He could even play the Abomination if he so desires. So he may be able to break his way through it. He won't be able to kill it with the Holy Fire. It will only do 5, but regardless, it would still weaken the creature a bit. But you know, it's a good card to play right now. Yeah, it didn't buff anything, but it's got good stats for this situation.
All right. Well, Ragnaros mana is up. Prophet of Velen mana is up. He's got
not a bad call. I mean, because that's 50-50. It kills the Temple Enforcer.
Exactly. It kills the Temple Enforcer, and he still does 8 damage this turn, too, which is amazing. Regardless, you know, either he does 16 damage or he does 8 damage and kills the minion as well.
MC's, of course, a risk. You know, it could get mind controlled. He's scared to play a big legendary against that. So Right, let's see. It's got to be Rag, surely. There it is. All right, Ragnaros is on the board, ladies and gentlemen. And let's see what it hits. Who's it going to hit? It is going to hit the Temple Enforcer.
Right.
Down it goes. He hasn't been touched yet. Kripp knows it's like, this is... At least he can get rid of the Ragnaros, right? Because even if he didn't have MC, he still has Shadow Word Death. So he can get rid of the Ragnaros, but that still puts him in a horrible spot. And he knows that. Just that 8 damage was enough to make that worthwhile in that particular position there. Heals that, he just heals himself, and then of course kills that off. So that puts him back in the game a little bit, but there's no question Artosis is still ahead. There's that Light Warden. As we said, when a character gets healed, you gain plus attack. It's great. It is so very, very good, and especially at this stage of the game when it can't be easily eliminated. All right, there's the heal. He's keeping Prophet Velen back. He doesn't want to use that just yet. And that now buffs that Light Warden up to 3/4. And he can continue his assault. The Abomination wouldn't be the worst idea right now.
Yeah, I like that as well. It's going to provide an additional 2 damage at the very worst. At the very best, of course, it's going to absorb some hits, trade with some creatures, and it's going to deal more damage to Kripp.
Kripp is not drawing well here at all, I'm afraid. He's going to use his Azure Drake to pull out another one. He gets a Spellbreaker. That's not bad. But he's got a lot of options as to what he spell breaks here, really.
Right. And his Holy Nova, unfortunately, is not going to trade with anything. It does do 3 damage right now and heals just for 2. But, yeah, man, he's just running out of options and quick. Honestly, Artosis has a very, very good grip on this game.
Yeah, he certainly does. Artosis has a Holy Fire still, doesn't he? So he's actually got lethal damage next turn.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he's going to have to do something to stop that from happening. So he likes to silence that. All right, so that's 4 now, 5. Oh, mind control coming out as well. 4, 8, 9. He's dead. Holy Fire is there. So that is going to be game, I believe.
Yeah,
Don't do the mental arithmetic.
Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah, he very much does. There's the Holy Fire, and Artosis takes the GG right there.
That's right, and he is now up 2-1. Artosis is 1 game away from taking the Innkeeper's Invitation.